Hello and welcome to Axiom Paranormal. My name's Jamie Williams. Joining me in the studio again tonight is my co-presenter, Jonathan Sullivan.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello. Do you know what? I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, what have we done now?
We might as well get it over with before we start the show, but you know we've got the second part tonight of our dormitory investigation.
Yeah.
Now what happened is we said that the sound was going to be on last week's.
Oh, yeah.
When I say something and I go, then we hear a sound.
Oh, yeah. I think that was me
and I
that
went,
said that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I apologised and I said, no, that's on next week's, and blah, 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 the usual stuff that I have to apologise about. Yeah. And it was on last week's.
Oh, dear.
So what I had to do is, we've got it on a little bit later on.
Yeah.
I had to take it back a little bit so the listeners will be listening a little bit what they heard last week. Yeah. Because they heard that sound.
Oh.
So, because you, Jonathan Sullivan, co-presenter, made that mistake, we've put it on again this week, and I'm going to ask everybody to listen to it. Now, I've enhanced it.
Yeah.
So we'll be putting it on a little bit later on, so they can hear what it might said.
Yeah.
And I want them to tell us what they think it said. I'm not going to say anything of what it said or anything like that.
No, don't say.
I want what's the name?
Yeah.
So, egg on your face there, Jonathan, isn't it?
I know, just a little bit, isn't it? Oh, my word.
I'm sitting here smug now. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, don't be sitting there too much.
Why, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Did I make a mistake on it as well?
I'll wipe that smile away.
Why did I make a mistake on the dormitory one?
No. Do you remember when we mentioned about talking about the funny side of the paranormal?
No, remind me. When was that?
You do. We mentioned it the other week.
Oh, I said to you, let's do the funny side of the paranormal instead of being dead serious all the time.
So we wrote a little list of funny sides of the paranormal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I forgot about it. I haven't even written a list.
Well, I've got one.
Have you?
Guess what?
Oh, yeah.
It's the funny side of the Jamie Williams paranormal.
Seriously? Have you?
Smile's gone.
Yeah, I'm just worried about what you've got.
Well.
So anyway, this we can't use that this week. We got too much on this week.
Right. Anyway, back to it.
Well, we haven't got time, have we?
We've got time now.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, sugar.
I'm glad you said that. So I've got a little list here, and then you can tell the story. Okay.
Come on, give us a break.
I've got a few here. Got a big long list.
I'm really sorry. A long list.
Hang on.
You've been talking to Marie. Keep laughing.
I've been talking to everyone, me.
Keep laughing because I won't have to answer these questions.
Right, okay.
I didn't expect this, honestly.
Caught you out there, didn't I?
Yeah, well, don't forget. Karma's sweet.
It is. Right, okay. So, how about we talk about the time when you went to Rill? It's on an invest up near Rill. And you accidentally drove past.
Forgot about that. Yeah, have I got to tell that story now? Have
Go on, tell us that.
Yeah, well, what it was is me and Marie, we had to go to a meeting up in Rill. So we drove up there, I drove up there.
Yeah.
And you know how good I am with directions.
Yeah, you're brilliant.
And driving away up to Rill. Yappity, yappity, yap. You know how much I can talk.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And the next minute the phone rings. It's ringing us now, So anyway, answered the phone. Well, Marie answered the phone, I was driving.
Yeah.
And it was the group. Yeah, where are you? Well, we're on our way. Well, we're sitting here waiting for you. I said, well, whereabouts are you? I said, oh, hold on a minute. And I said, Marie, look out for the next sign. And he said, well, have you passed anywhere? And I said, well, I don't know where we are. I said, let me just wait for the sign. Anyway, the next minute he was like, well, give us a description where you are. Anyway, they started to get an idea where we were, and one of them said, is there a garage near you? I said, oh, like a famous garage.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, we just passed it. And he went, oh, for God's sake, when you go a bit further up, there's a roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah. And he said, right, go on the roundabout and double back on yourself. Right, okay, then why is that? You're about 12 miles past us.
12 miles! 12 miles!
12 miles past it. So we had to turn around and go all the way back. And when we got there, they were all clapping because, like, it took us that long to get there. So, like, because if you think about it, it's 12 miles and another 12 miles back again.
That's a long way.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway,
Yeah.
that's that one. So, let's carry on now.
Yeah, it's okay. Down the list. Hang on a minute.
Hold on. How big is the list?
It's very big, this list, you know.
Mm.
Yeah. It'll last a few weeks, this.
Yeah, great.
Right, okay. Here's another one then. We'll keep on the the driving.
Oh, for God's sake. Have you been talking to Marie?
Yeah. Do you remember anything about the M6 southbound?
On the way to Morecambe Winter.
That's the one.
There was me, Jane Basness, and Liz War in the car. Liz War in the car. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Hey. And yeah, we were going to Morecambe Winter Gardens for it. Well, there was 2 stories about that one, to be honest with you. We were going to Morecambe. we were going up to Morecambe Winter Gardens, and Marie's involved in this as well. Would you believe? We were going on the way to Morecambe Winter Gardens, and I'm driving along. Yeah. We're just driving and we're all chatting away and everything. As I said before, we're chatting away. Yeah. And what happened was Marie rings and she said, well, we're in this place called whatever it was called. Yeah. I said, oh, you've gone the wrong way, for God's sake. And all this lot. Yeah, just do this, this and this. Anyway, they had the sat-nav on, they found the way out and all this lot. And I was like chatting away to Jane and Liz and saying how funny it was and all this lot. And I said, what was that then? And she went, what? And I said, that sign said Birmingham. And Jane went, Birmingham? Birmingham. I said, I think so, I'm not sure. Anyway, the next sign says Birmingham, so many miles away. We'd only gone about 30 miles the wrong way.
That's the opposite way.
On the M6. So, like, I was taking the mickey out of the others getting lost in Preston. I think it was Preston or somewhere like that. Oh, so they'd got lost in Preston. And I was laughing my head off thinking, how would you get lost? You can't get lost going to Morecambe Winter Gardens. And I was on my way down to Birmingham. I'd done 30 miles going down to...
on your way to Land's End?
Yeah. Again, we had to do it, come off the motorway, turn around and come back and end up at Morecambe Winter Gardens. But we were
3 hours late.
Let's just say, but we were slightly late. And the funny thing is we ended up in the same place lost where Marie and the other 2 were. I think Bill was in the car. Where they got lost, we ended up in that one as well. So it was one of those nights, that one.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm not very good with driving. No. Getting locations, you know. No, I'm getting better because the sat-navs are getting better.
Yeah. Technology's getting you there.
Yeah, thank God for that, eh?
So we have time for another one.
Have we? No, we haven't.
Have we?
No.
No.
You sure? How many have you got seriously on that list? I've noted you've crossed 2 out now.
Yeah, I have, you know.
Do you know after this show I'm going to sit there and work out what you've done wrong? I don't think it's
so.
To be honest with you,
it'll never be as big as this.
I don't think it'll be as long as that list you've got.
And I've not finished ringing round everyone and getting all the stories yet.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
It's great, isn't it?
No.
I think it's brilliant.
No. Yeah. They were the 2 funniest ones, though.
Yeah.
The more to come, is there?
Do you know what? I'm going to save the best till last.
Oh, dear.
Right.
You're forgetting by the... I mean, it's a 2-hour show, so you're probably forgotten by then.
I won't.
Hey?
I won't.
Yeah, well, don't forget. I've got the funny ones about you.
Yeah.
We won't mention the stage one until I've got the list down.
Bit of stage fright.
Do you know what? I'm going to get out of this and hope that you're going to forget about the list you've got in front of you. In fact, it might disappear while people are listening to our trip to the dormitories. Yeah. So, on that note, this is what happened when we were in the dormitories. Listen out at the very beginning, in the first, 30 seconds, and just listen to what happens. So, over to the dormitories before Jonathan starts reading that list, and here's what happened. Could you talk to us? Could you tell us your name? What rank you were? Your number? Thought he heard something. Were you one of the people who... Did you go to war? Were you one of those people who went and returned to this building?
Well, come and say hello to us. Did you have parties in here?
Were you one of the men who sneaked the ladies into the building? I know my dad did. My dad used to bring my mum in here. Were you based here in the 1950s? Are you able to talk to us? Tell us your name. Or names.
Do you want to come and sit with us? And tell us your story. Come on. Come and tap on one of the beds.
Whereabouts did you fight?
I know that was me then. Did you hear the one before that?
No.
Just like a tap behind me.
If you could make that sound again, we'd really appreciate it.
If that was you, could you make it louder, please? Just to let us know that you're here and you're listening to us.
Heard that. Did you hear it?
Yeah, that's alright. See over there, it'd be the other room, isn't it?
Yeah, just up the stairs to the right. Because we're on the lowest bedroom now, aren't we? You know, just before we go down, before we go down the stairs.
Yeah.
Do you come here and visit still? Does it bring you back good memories? Did you meet many friends here? Did you make many friends? Are you with them now? What regiment were you with? Are you able to talk to us? Show us you're here. Tell you what, Jonathan, even if you two of us slept here, one on top bunk and one on the bottom bunk, you'd still feel a bit...
Still feel alright.
nervy, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You would.
I think if there were 6 of us in here, it'd be a bit different.
Yeah, if there was more people, it'd be different.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just has an edgy feeling to it.
Yeah.
And yet it seems, I don't know, I've always felt these bedrooms seem so distant to the rest of the building. If you know what I mean. It's just, it's strange.
Doesn't feel like it's part of the building, but it is.
Yeah.
I think it's because, really, it's because we spend most of the time in the other parts of the building, and sadly not as much time on this side. And that's you know, it's a shame really that we don't come up here more.
Yeah.
Because we sometimes, I mean, we have had some good investigations up here and had things happen, but we tend to just stay in one side, don't we, at the moment, or tend to stay in one section.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Did you have a good laugh in here with your comrades or camarades? With your friends? That was easier. Did you have banter, play tricks on each other? Support each other?
I bet you there was some tricks played in here.
Oh, I'm sure there would have been, wouldn't there? What was that next to you then?
Which?
As it turned towards you then, it went dead dark quickly.
Have you come to say hello? That's fine if you have. Come and talk with us. I've just seen like a light.
Were you?
See where the door is?
Yeah.
And you see where the bit of a wall sticks out?
Yeah.
By the corner of that wall.
Oh, right. Was that you coming into the room? Remember a couple of years ago, fitting all the floor in here. Yeah, putting all the new floor underneath this carpet. I was helping someone who was, you know, doing it. We came in and we spent hours putting nails in the floor.
Oh my God.
Just hammering it down. Solid though.
Yeah, it is.
Can I ask, if you're here now and you're listening to us, is it nice to see people in this room just chatting? Just what you used to do before you fell asleep, before your next day's training? Were you one of the people who caught TB here? Because my dad did. Did you catch it? Please come forward. Come and show us you're here.
What was that then?
Oh, I just heard that.
I've seen something by your feet.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I think one up on there. I've seen too many ghost stories where you get dragged under the bed.
Oh my God. I'm not sleeping tonight, mate.
Yeah, but we're not sleeping here, so don't worry about it.
I'm going to sleep at home, man.
You couldn't even sleep after watching Bad Ben, never mind.
Well, yeah.
As long as we don't hit the ceiling and come back flying down to the floor again.
No, just don't. And you've already hit your head.
Oh, twice, 3 times, isn't it? Are you here with us now? Are you listening? Are you enjoying the banter? Join in, have a laugh. Come back with a joke, tell us a joke, or tell us a story. Or your name. If you can give us your full name, we would love to find out who you are. Keeping memories alive.
When we research it, I'd love to know all the people that were in this building. Love to know all your names, who you were and what you done.
Could you tell us some of your friends' names? I guess they were lifelong friends, really.
What was that then?
What was what?
It was like a...
Near that. You're getting a few things now, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you are here and that's you trying to talk, I've just seen a light on the wall then.
Okay, so we're getting a few sounds and we're getting a few little lights.
Mm.
And there's no other real... There's no like light.
No,
Because
because
there's a window,
but there's no cars going past. Or if
No,
you saw a
because-
car, you'd see the headlights, wouldn't you?
but yeah, it's not like there's any light sources coming through that window.
No. If you can see this on the floor, there's a ball on the floor. I know it sounds a bit silly, but if you knock it or move it, it'll start flashing all different kinds of lights. Are you able to do that?
If I show you, if I can see it. So if I show you,
Your carer isn't here to help you up there, is she?
so I'll show you how to. You don't have to touch it much. You don't have to really move it. Just a gentle little touch, and all the little flashing lights will go off. But it won't do anything to you. And I'll just do it to show you. There you go, just like that. And that's all it does. So if you want to come and chat to us, or if you want to communicate through that, then that's absolutely fine. So just come up and just gently touch that ball, and it won't take much energy. And the lights will flash.
I'm just going to sit up.
Is that your bones then?
It's an old bed.
Come and join us. Come and touch that ball if you're going to come and join in. Have a laugh and a joke.
It's funny how your mind starts wandering, doesn't it? Now, strangely enough, when I said I seen the light near the window,
Yeah.
now I'm sitting up, you can't get car light shining here.
You can't
There's
because
a big
the wall.
brick wall there.
Yeah, it's the rest
The rest of the building, isn't it?
This,
How have you spotted that?
it goes off to the edge, doesn't it? It's like
Yeah.
the end of the building, but then there's like, if you think of an old terraced house,
Mm.
and the way it had the kitchen and bedroom like sort of built on an extension but only halfway,
Yeah.
it's sort of like that, isn't it? So there's no actual light source
No.
that can come through that window.
No,
The other
sure.
bedrooms could.
Because that's the first thing I done when I sat up there, was look out the windows to see if any cars. You do go down.
And there's the ball.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
That's the first time that's happened to me. Thank you for doing that.
And again straight away.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for doing that. We do appreciate it.
But I've got goosebumps, mate.
Yeah, same here.
I'm freezing cold. Thank you very much.
We do appreciate you coming in to do that. Now, can you do that again for us? Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate this.
Now, just so people know, we've been sitting here for a little bit, quite a bit now, haven't we? And that has
Yeah.
not moved.
No.
Right, so then come on, introduce you. Thank you. Were you in? Now they've got a hang of it, haven't they?
Yeah.
Were you in the army? Were you based here?
Wow. That's not gone off all night, has it?
No.
Okay.
Now that's been in the same place all night. Well, all the time we've been in this room. And now it's just going and going and going.
And it wasn't because I touched it either, because
No.
if it was, I mean, it gets moved anyway from room to room, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, now it's gone off. Can I ask you, if you're still here and you're listening to us, can you make the ball go off again? Can you touch that ball?
Thank you so much. Wow.
Wow. Thank you for communicating. You're not giving me a chance. Can you stop a minute while I speak to you and then you can answer through the ball? Are you able to do that? Were you one of the army people who was based here? Was this your room? Are you happy to talk to us? If you're happy to talk to us,
Yeah. Thank you very much.
wow. Can you stop it again before so I can ask you the next question?
Wow.
Can I ask you, did you live here?
I'll take that as a yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can you stop? Are you Jack? Okay, Jack. Jack, did you use the cellar downstairs where the fireplace is? Was that where you were based? It's happened behind me then. Can I just ask you, did you live here? Did you say you lived here?
Yeah.
Were these your bedrooms? Was this your bedroom?
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you know me, Jamie and Jonathan? If you know us, or you're aware of us,
Yeah.
thank you. Were you... I meant to ask this. You're not giving me a chance to finish. Can you stop the ball, please?
Okay.
Just the noise over there near the door. I'm going to ask something now. Are you a child? If you're a child, can you move the ball? Can you make the ball roll? Would you be able to do that for us? This is weird. That light has not been on all night.
No.
Are you happy to see us here?
But it's just for the listeners, it's actually going off when we're asking it questions now, and it's
Yeah.
stopped now.
Are you listening to me? If you're listening, please make the ball flash again. Are you still here? If you are, can you make the ball flash, please?
Thank you.
Can I ask you, are you the little girl who's here? Are you one of the soldiers? And ask again, did you live here? Were you based here? Can you use our energies and make the ball flash again, please? Are you still here with us? If you are, can you make the ball flash? Well, that's strange, that, isn't it? Stop now altogether. Can I ask you to come forward again, please? Come and show us that you're still here. We don't mind. If you know who we are, and you've seen us here before, you know that we're only asking you to come forward We just want to get to know who you are. Please show us you're here. That's strange because it's gone off now altogether, hasn't it?
Are you going to come back? You're going to come back and talk to us?
Maybe all the energy's gone.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Come on, we ask you to come forward one more time to let us know you're still here and listen to us. As you know, you've got Jonathan and me, Jamie. We're not going to do you any harm. But thank you for communicating with us tonight. If that was you and you were trying to communicate, we really, really do appreciate that. We thank you for the efforts that you've made to talk to us. That's it, not all I've done is left it to go for a couple of minutes without light.
Yeah.
That's incredible, Jonathan.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. 6 minutes of footage there.
If I move it again now, just to make sure it's still working.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't me when I moved it because it stayed off.
Don't touch it yet. We'll
Why?
record that you're going to move it.
Yeah.
Just so they know that it's not a faulty thing. I'm just going to press record. What we're going to do now is, it hasn't gone off for a while now, so Jonathan, if you can pick it up and move it to make sure that it is working.
Oh, I never even got to it.
Didn't you?
No. Me hands there, Jamie.
I couldn't
Thank
see.
you.
Was that you showing us that you were still here? Could you do it again if you're still here? That was strange, Jonathan, because you were about to pick it up to show that it
Yeah.
still worked, and it went off again, didn't it?
Then again. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
You're back
yeah.
again.
What I'm going to do is, am I alright to get on the floor? If you can stop the ball a minute while I get on the floor. This is. I mean, I'm moving now. There's nothing happening at all. Okay, thank you. Can you stop the lights again, please? Okay, can you make the lights go off again, please? Just so I know that you're listening again. We do thank you for this, and we do appreciate what you're doing. That was just me moving, getting comfortable.
You still with us?
Do you like that? Do you like that ball? Is that the way you're communicating with us? We do appreciate it. Jonathan, just see if you can pick the ball up.
Right. I'm going to pick the ball up.
Have you done it again?
Mm-hmm.
It's playing games, isn't it? Are you getting there before Jonathan?
Yeah. You playing tricks on us? Right, I'm going to go and I'll try and grab that ball again. Oh, let me get it this time.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
your
me.
hand.
That's
That's
me.
your
Just
hand
on
on it there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's open up that.
okay.
There you go.
Thank you for letting Jonathan use it. Now, are you able to move that ball again just to let me know that you're here? Could I ask you to come forward, use our energies and do that again for us? Do you have a message for us? Could you say something to us, let us know your name?
Are you okay? Make a flash to tell us, let us know that you're okay. Or do you need help? Make a flash if you need help.
Are you happy that we're communicating with you? Funny because it hasn't gone off for a while now, has it?
No.
So it shows it's not, it's not a continuous thing. It's not just going off say.
No. Definitely not. I mean, I'll put my hand on it again.
Yeah. You make it go off again,
There.
yeah. So it's there and it's working.
Yeah.
As soon as you move away from it,
Goes off.
it goes off. So there's nothing wrong with the
And
ball.
it's not come straight back on like it was doing before.
No.
I mean, there wasn't. There's only us two here.
I'm the one who's
Even me.
visitors. Yeah.
I mean, that's me on the
Yeah.
bed.
I mean, I'm on the floor.
I'm on the bed, so me,
Yeah.
just
And
in
what
case
I'll do-
anyone thought
just
it
in
was me
case,
leaning over.
I'm going to stand up, and I've still got the phone on. Oh, I'm jumping.
I'm
Stamping.
stamping my feet on the floor.
And just so people know, there's the window, and it's down on the floor. I know you can't see anything, but it's dark. What can you say to that, Jonathan?
I think that's the best. I know we've had some good evidence with the cat ball,
Yeah,
but I think that is undeniably the best.
it is. Because
We've
when we
had-
asked, I mean, we've ignored it all night, and well, we ignored it while it was in here, and it was only when you asked, wasn't it,
Yeah.
to for it to go off that it did. So that's
just
fantastic.
I mean, it's not gone off all night, has it?
No,
I think we must have been in here for
Yeah.
10-20 minutes.
just to show people, if you can see it, I know it's dark, but you can just see there's a big wall to the left. You can actually see where the stars are there. If you can just see the stars, and just to show, there's the that's where they used to do the parades. It's now just their car park, really. So they used to do the parades. Then round here, I know it's dark again. There you go. Now I'm walking round. There's the recorder, which we're using, the Tascam, and on the floor is the ball. Now, for one more time, Jonathan, before I turn this off, can you turn the ball come back on again?
Yeah.
Make the ball come back on again.
So, like
I
before,
don't know where it is.
if I just put a little light on for a second,
Yeah,
and I'm just going to show
where the ball is.
where the ball is and where I went
There's-
down like that
Right,
and
there's
went on
Yeah. There's
twice
Jonathan.
before I even
Yeah.
got to it. Before.
Yeah.
And
Right,
it's
just
now.
turn it on now
I'm
while you
not
put the
there.
light on. Just show, you have to shake it.
Yeah.
Turn your lights off so the lights flash. There you go, that's how it works.
Or if you just gently tap it should go off. Like that.
There you go. So as you can see, it's unmistakably not being us.
No, definitely not.
So I'm going to turn the recorder off. I mean, we're recording on the Tascam still, but I'm going to turn the video recorder off. And if anybody wants to watch this, there's two videos now, because what I've done is I recorded one, then I turned it off, and then for some reason I thought to myself, you know what, we need to test this. So I turned it back on again, and obviously you've got the other footage to look at as well. So 1 and 2 are going to be there, and this is the second one. So anyway, I'm going to turn this off now, and I'd like to hear what you say, and you can contact us on info.accessparanormal@gmail.com, and all you have to do is do that. Or if you go onto our Facebook page, you can catch us on the Facebook page at Access Paranormal Radio Podcast, and just send us a private message on there. That would be awesome. But I think what we'll do, Jonathan, I think we'll call it now because it's gone quiet.
Yeah.
The ball hasn't gone off. We're staring at the ball and don't know why. Well, we're trying to stare at the ball. We're just looking at pitch black, aren't we?
Yeah.
So should we call it, and
Yeah, that just.
let's go back to the studio and finish the rest of the show off.
I'd just like to say thanks very much for
Amazing.
communicating with us.
Yeah.
For
Super.
whoever it was.
Fantastic. So, after that little bit of sound, Jonathan, because we're still looking at the ball, let's head back towards the studio, eh?
Yeah.
So, Hope you enjoyed this little mini investigation we did, and we enjoyed doing the investigations. To be honest with you, it's just it's great fun, and it's great to have you as part of it as well. So anyway, we're heading back to the studio. So thank you.
So, Jamie, that was the Dormitories.
Certainly was.
I know. And, do you know, I forgot all about doing that recording, really, when we first done it originally.
Yeah, that's right, because we've got a list of them, haven't we, what we've done.
Yeah. And to get that voice,
Yeah.
them sounds
The audio.
on the audio, absolutely brilliant.
I know, but I'll tell you what, Jonathan, before we talk about it, let's play it, so people can hear it. I mean, we've enhanced it now, and we're going to play it 4 times. Yeah. And we'd like the listeners to actually contact us and tell us what they think it says. So this is what it sounds like.
Those heard something. Those heard something. Those heard something. Those heard something.
So as you can hear, it was quite clear what I wrote down what I thought it said.
I wrote down what I thought as well.
On a piece of paper like we do. And we showed each other what we put, and we both basically put the same thing, which is interesting about that.
Yeah.
And if any of the listeners out there heard what we thought we heard, or whatever you heard, send it in to us and let us know, and we'll have a look at it. So, that's Jonathan, right. What's the contact you can get? Send what they've heard on.
Yeah. So tell us what you think that you heard, and you can send it to us. You can send us an email at info.accessparanormal@gmail.com, or you can send us a message on either Facebook or Instagram, an Access Paranormal Radio Podcast.
And it would be nice to hear what people said it was.
Yeah,
I know we had people contacting us last week to say, this is what we heard.
Yeah.
And everyone's heard it. But we've enhanced it now. Now it's been enhanced. Nothing's been changed. Nothing's been added.
Nope.
It's just enhanced of the sound we heard in the dormitory.
Yeah.
And we've played it to a couple of people as well.
We have.
And they've all said similarity. A couple of people said different words.
Yeah.
But they all sound similar.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? And it's... Yeah, I'm not going to say what it is.
No, I know we're focusing on that one.
Yeah.
But there was a one just before that as well.
There was. And there was what we think also was footsteps.
Footsteps, yeah. Because with the enhancements, and we listened to it on the enhancement, you can actually hear the boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can hear it a little quietly.
Yeah.
Then you hear boom, boom, boom. And then you hear me saying, thought I heard something then. Yeah. Straight after that you hear the
yeah, that's right.
But now it's been enhanced. You can hear it more clearer than what it was.
Yeah, that's right.
It was all recorded on a Tascam.
Yeah.
As clear as anything we've listened to it on a Tascam. Now we've played it back. We'd forgot about it, to be honest with you, because we've got that many investigations. We've got them in. We've got them set for shows.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we'd forgotten. It was only when we were editing last week's show.
Yeah.
That we come across it.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's quite significant, really.
It is. And it's not the first time it's happened.
No. Well, do you remember when Lee Arnold came?
That's right.
And I met him at the front door, and we had to social distance then. So I stepped away, and he came in.
Yeah.
And we heard this. Both of us heard this.
Yeah.
But that was in our ears. There was no audio or nothing then. It was just clearly in our ears. And we both looked at each other and said, "Did you hear that?" Yep.
Yeah.
And as we went to say something again, exactly the same thing happened again.
Yeah.
And we both looked at it and said, "That's twice now." And that was at the door of the dormitories.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's by the main door.
By the main door, yeah. As you come in the front door.
Yeah.
Because I've got a key, haven't I? So we come through the front door, and I was letting Lee in.
That's
exactly the same area as the dormitories.
Yeah, that's
so. It's the upstairs. As soon as you go up the stairs, it's the bedroom. What's in front of you there?
Yeah.
So that makes it more interesting when you think of things like that. It makes you.
But I think what made it even more credible, though, Jamie, is because we'd done the 3 bedrooms, didn't we?
Yeah.
We never got nothing in the top room, really. We never got nothing in the middle room.
No.
It was only until we got into that bottom bedroom. But we didn't know about DVP.
No.
We got a lot of interaction with the cat ball.
That's right. Right near the end.
Yeah.
About 15 minutes before
Yeah, it
we
was about
finished,
15
the
minutes,
cat
yeah.
ball started kicking off as well.
Yeah,
And so we had that part, and then we
Yeah.
had the cat balls going off.
that's
But we
right.
didn't know anything about the audio.
No, we didn't.
You know, I mean, we could talk about this all night
I
because
know.
it's so interesting to other people as well.
Yeah.
Because we have played it to other people, and they've all gone, whoa,
Yeah.
you know, that's really
That's
clear.
right, yeah.
And as you've heard there, and we put it on 4 times, enhanced, it's a lot clearer than what we
It is,
thought
yeah.
it was going to be,
Yeah.
which I'm happy about. And it's not
Yeah,
the only
me too.
EVP we've had in here. We've had quite a few EVPs
There's been
recently.
quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Jamie, I was thinking, I've still got this big list here. So
Yeah,
we
but
got,
well,
I was going to say we got time.
yeah, go
to
on then. Give us one then.
Do another one, yeah.
Yeah, go on, give us one.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
go on.
Have we got time?
No, I was trying to cut you up. I was going to get you going. Because what we've got now is we've done an interview with Axiom Paranormal, who went out on their first ever investigation since lockdown was lifted a little bit.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, so I can get out of that list, is I'm going to play the Axiom Paranormal interview we did. So this is Axiom Paranormal. Well, Jonathan, Axiom Paranormal went out for their first investigation tonight.
Yeah.
And we've actually caught up with them. We've got Shell, Zoe.
Hi.
We've got Shell.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
I haven't even had a chance to introduce you yet. I'm going to say it dead fast. We've got Shell, Simon, Zoe, Wayne and Donna all going to be talking to us now.
Wow.
Now, when we were off air, Shell told us a little secret that she's cross-legged.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got to try and keep it on as long as we can.
Yeah.
So hello,
Wow.
Shell.
Hello from a cross-legged shell.
So you've been on your first investigation tonight for how long?
Since lockdown, really. Since
December was the last one.
beginning of December was the last outdoor we did when we was officially allowed out. You know, in the
Wow.
was it December? Yeah, and then obviously we had to wait for the new restrictions. They lifted yesterday, so we came out today.
That's because we actually caught up with you on that investigation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
So I know they can't tell us where they are tonight,
yeah.
but they have done the investigation. We did try to link in earlier on, but because of complications, we've only just caught up with them now. So I don't know whether Zoe wants to join in because Zoe hasn't spoken to us before. So hi, Zoe. Do you want to tell us how's your first investigation been?
Very exciting. I was there was a moment where Shell asked a spirit called was it called Dave?
Yeah, David.
To touch one of us, and I was just like, please pick me.
And did it?
No. Hopefully next time. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
That's good. And you've had a good experience tonight. Anything happened that you can say, yep, that was paranormal to you personally?
Yeah, well, we picked up a couple of figures on the SLS.
Yeah.
There was one crouched over a gravestone, and we weren't sure if it was a woman or a man. And then all of a sudden it started changing its posture, and it looked as though its head was bent and the arm was cradling as though it was nursing a child. And as soon as I said, it looks like it's nursing a child, out came this other figure
On the SLS.
like a young child.
Really?
So,
Yep.
yeah.
I know we were watching in a little bit earlier on because we seen you using the SLS and we seen like somebody sitting down or something.
Yeah, they were cross-legged.
Yeah. And I think Shell thought it was doing something because it was only using one hand, but you know, that's another story.
Yeah. And I think she thought it was male.
It was doing something else.
But the funny thing is, only Shell could spot it on an SLS on a paranormal or paranormal for Shell.
Yeah.
That's because I've got previous experience with a trumpet punching teddy bear.
Right,
I thought
okay.
she was going to say something else then.
So back to the investigation before anyone gets into trouble. So Zoe, is this your very first investigation with Axiom, or have you been out before?
It is out on location. I've done a couple of bits and bobs with Shell at home, but not on a location. So yeah, I'm a newbie.
Right, and what's it like for you, going out and experiencing all the stuff?
Well, to be honest, there's just such a calm feeling at the place that we are at, that it's, there's no sense of like being scared. It's just so relaxed.
Yeah.
You're just wanting to see something, wanting more. So, yep, I've got the bug.
Yeah. So have you done investigations before?
No.
No, so this is actually first time doing investigations as well?
Yeah.
Oh, good
I've
stuff.
sat in and seen Shell doing some work at home, but I've never been on an investigation.
So you're learning from one of the best people, really, aren't you?
Oh, aye.
But you haven't met us yet. Sorry, Shell, had to say it. And what a place to start. I know we can't mention where it is or anything like that, and we wouldn't dare. But what a place to start your own personal, adventure into the paranormal.
I know.
It's somewhere I'd like to go, but I'll think about it first. I think she threw you in at the deep end, to be honest with you, Zoe.
I did.
Yeah.
I was warned that had happened, so
Yeah.
I warned her it was coming. We was debating whether to take her to a satanic church, but I actually like her as a neighbour, and so I'm not doing that yet.
Are you leaving that for us?
Well, I was actually thinking I could get you spit roasted on one of them altars.
Yeah, well, thanks for that. I thought you were
I
saying...
didn't mean that in a bad way. Well, everybody just shut your gutter mouths. I actually meant like be altered.
Axiom Paranormal X-rated.
I'm beginning to wonder that.
More than that.
Have we got any bleeps, Jonathan, or should we just... Are we all right at the moment?
We're all right at the minute. Only just.
We're just on the
edge.
line, aren't we?
Yeah. We haven't crossed it yet.
If this is what's happened on the first investigation, what are they going to be like when he's really back into it?
No idea.
I know.
You guys don't want to know.
No. As Shell said,
I like it though. We like it like when we hook up with Ghost Quest, don't we?
Yeah.
We think you guys and Access Northwest Paranormal. I think you guys are brilliant. We do. We have such a good bond between us. It's brilliant.
technically we're all insane.
Yes.
I tried to skip that bit because my psychiatrist would be listening in, but yeah.
From the other side.
Yeah, from the other side. He's currently pacing, actually. The REM pod's going off.
What, while we're talking to you?
No, I'm joking.
Don't do that to us. Yeah. So, I mean, we haven't spoken to Simon, Wayne or Donnie yet, so I'm going to start with Simon because I guess Simon's holding the phone to everybody.
So,
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Simon. You all right?
Yeah, not so bad, mate.
Yeah, and how has it been for you tonight?
Yeah, it's been great to get back out again, to be honest.
And have you been filming it, yeah?
Well, Wayne, mostly Wayne tonight, to be fair.
Right.
Because it was only a quick kind of like investigation. It's not a big one, you know.
Yeah.
So,
just to get you back into it. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't need all the stuff we normally take, do we?
Yeah.
But so I'd just taking pictures and things like that, you know what I mean? Things. So yeah.
And
seeing what we got.
the location you've been to, or the location you're at the moment, it's not far from where you live anyway, is it? So it's an easy trek home as well afterwards.
Yeah, it's not a big one like as such. It's not a far one either.
So
it's just
sorry, Simon, carry on.
No, it's just a nice little place, isn't it? Really, it's very chilled.
A nice way to get back into investigating.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, with it being the first one for a while now, it's nice to have something chilled in it, you know, rather than just throw at us. But then,
all right. And while you were there tonight, did you experience things? And we know Zoe did, and I'm going to ask obviously Shell, Wayne, and Donna as well. What experiences have you had tonight?
Well, I was stood next to Wayne while he was filming, and I heard like a big sort of it was like a stone or like a big, like half a brick or something. It was like something like that getting thrown on it.
It was, yeah.
Now we don't know if that's exactly what it was, but that's what it sounded like. The sound it would make if you threw it against the wall, say,
Right.
And obviously I jumped, and you know me, I'm not really that big, scaredy cats, as I say, or something like that. But
No.
I actually did jump. It spooked me like. But
was that in front of you or behind you?
no, it was like at the side of us.
Ah, right. Sorry.
But I don't know what it was though. I mean, again, I could put it down to, I could put it down to anything. I could put it down to, wildlife or something, or just something like that or whatever. You know what I'm like. I'll try and find a reason for it. But to be fair, it scared me.
Did you try and have a look, see what it was?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I couldn't really find anything.
No.
Pretty dark, and I'd be torched, going mad like looking for it, but I just couldn't make out what it could have been. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Really.
The good thing about it is trying to debunk stuff anyway, isn't it? Because that's what we were doing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And then another part of the night, we had them cat balls going off, didn't we? They went off on their own, which I thought was pretty cool because two of them at the same time went off.
Right.
So it wasn't like one went off and then the other one was sat next to it doing nothing. They both went off exactly at the same time.
And was it windy? Was it windy at all, Simon?
No, not a breeze. It's so calm. It really is so calm here tonight. Just not a breeze in the air, is there? Nothing.
So there's no
again, I'm looking at it and thinking, how can I debunk that? And first thing I'd do is think, maybe it's a breeze, a wind, or something blowing against it, or it was like you do something, but there was nothing. So it's just.
Did you get it on camera?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we did get that on camera, didn't we?
Actually, wrong camera facing.
Well, we might have been on the live. Yeah, I'm not sure. Either way, I think we have got it. Yeah, I think we caught it on the live.
Well, what we'd done last night, me and Jonathan, we were here in Mill Street, and what happened was we decided to go and do the accommodation area, for later on, for a later show.
Oh yeah.
And we decided to go up into the accommodation area, and we went into a couple of the rooms, and then we went down into the last room. The one as you go up the top of the stairs, it's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And we had a cracking night with the cat balls there. Cat ball it was, wasn't it?
Ball, yeah,
it went off, and it went. We've actually recorded it, so we're going to put it out on YouTube.
See that? Sorry, Jamie.
What was it?
Sorry, Jamie. Go on,
right.
mate. Sorry.
It's okay. And then the cat ball was going off as we were asking the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Well, you see, the thing is with that though as well is that obviously you're indoors,
Yeah.
and you're not going to get the same breezes as you would outside, even though it was a breezy here tonight. But when they go off indoors in locations such as that, it's just amazing, isn't it? Really.
And they are a good. I mean, they're only. To be honest with you, cheap and cheerful, but they're fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Don't have to be that expensive, though, do they? They do the job, don't they? So
that's it.
Well, that's the main thing, isn't it? And so you've had a good night as well, then, Simon.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant night. It's just been great to put the uniform back on, and get back out there and do what we do. But yeah, it's been good, and like Del was saying, there's lots of other places lined up now, for as long as we're out of lockdown and things. Fingers crossed. We'll never go back in that again and stuff. But so we've got a lot of places lined up.
And that's
looking forward.
And that's the nice part I was saying to Jonathan. It's great now because we're coming out of lockdown. We can get out and about more, and we can meet up with people soon and be able to go back to normal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because we have our limitations. Me and Jonathan really have been privileged because you all know Mill Street Barracks anyway. We've been privileged to be able to do the show week after week after week from here. And do mini invest and put them out there for people to listen to. So at least you've had something to listen to
That's it.
Yeah.
Or fall asleep to if you want.
Yeah. Well, it depends what happens on the night, doesn't it? How active it is and whatever, you know.
Well, to be honest with you, this is to you all. It's been great because we've had some fantastic evidence and some fantastic stuff happening here.
It's been more active than it's ever been.
I'll tell you
the past few months.
Yeah, one of the best things I ever witnessed paranormal was there. I tell you, in fact, a few things. To be fair, Mill Street, amazing place, amazing.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to do, Sam, I'm going to ask if Donna's there.
Yeah, she's here.
And is she still hanging on to go to the loo yet?
Yeah, she is. I keep telling her to go, but she ain't.
Hi.
Hi, Donna, you all right?
I am. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. We haven't seen you for ages.
I know. You know, once seen, never forgotten.
Yeah, they usually say that to me. Once seen, wants to be forgotten. That's what it is with me. So, Donna...
You're both okay, then?
Yeah, we're great. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Jonathan's looking a lot older than he used to be.
Oh, like I'll give him some of my night cream. That'll help.
What is it polyfiller or something?
No, it's like an oil thing that'll get rid of any like little wrinkles that are going on there.
Jamie needs day cream.
Yeah. I don't know what to say to that.
I'm not going to say anything. You know, I'm just letting your brains just run away with that one. Go on.
I know. That's all right. At least I don't look old.
No.
Jonathan. So, Donna, going back to the paranormal investigation and not Jonathan because he bores me a bit, you know. So,
go on.
The last time we spoke to you was the last investigation you done. Was this just as good as the last one, or was it just nice that you've actually got out there and done something?
The last one was really, really good. We got quite a lot going on there, and we have had quite a bit tonight as well.
Yeah.
But this one was a complete different atmosphere here. It's really loving, very peaceful, very calm in here, which was nice to do as our first one out. But so excited we're back out again.
It's nice, isn't it? And you can tell Jonathan, can't you, by the way you're talking and the way you're feeling is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all really excited that we're back out again. You know, we've got some major plans for this year, so
awesome.
You know,
yeah,
it's onwards and upwards, I think.
So the location you've been to tonight? Sorry, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. Then, sorry. So the location you've been to tonight, you've never been there before to do an investigation. It's the first time you've ever been there. How does it feel to be in that location? I know we can't talk about it or say where it is, but how does it feel to be there?
Well, when we go on our past investigations in this type of environment, so to speak, we've been in quite a few nasty ones or really, really charged ones. Yeah. This one was so welcoming. It felt welcoming, quite warm. Nothing threatening whatsoever. It was really, really nice, and it was really chilled. So it was lovely. It was a nice, gentle one to get back into, actually.
And did you experience anything yourself?
Yeah, there was quite a lot going on. We had like really good responses using the REM pod. It lit up and then asking it to step away, and it did. Then asking it to relight again, and it did. The odd question, male, female, and it was like answering with us and what have you. So that was really, really good.
Right.
Responding to questions. So that was really, really good. And then obviously the SLS bit was really good with the way that came out.
Yeah, we got to see some of that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was like odd things like I know a couple of us heard a few things. I took 5 minutes out and took a seat at the back while they were doing the SLS work, and I was just sat there minding my own business, and I got like a noise right down my ear, and it was really clear, and I actually thought that somebody was stood next to me and did it. That's how clear it was, and it was just like a hoot down my ear.
Yeah.
And I know it weren't an owl. And I swung round quite quickly, expecting somebody to be stood there, but nobody was there. That was really good.
Superb.
That was really good.
Yeah.
It's good evidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they were letting us know they were here, but they were doing it in quite a gentle way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's unusual, that, isn't it? Because they always startle you, really. And the place you are at, would you go there again and do another investigation?
Well, yeah, we'll do it again at some point, you know, probably in the future. I think it's a nice one, you know, because, you know, Axiom, sometimes we actually go in locations that can be quite nasty and, you know, all hell breaks loose and stuff. I think this is one to fall back on of when you've had a couple of the really, really busy ones and what have you, to just come and just do a gentle, you know, like live and just, you know, get back down to roots, really. It's really nice.
And being in that place, I mean, like I say to him, well, I know where you are and what happened there. Did you feel the atmosphere from that time, you know, whatever happened there? Did you feel that, could you feel that there? Did it feel surreal? Did it feel overwhelming okay?
Yeah, do you know what, Jamie? Even though we know what happened and what, you know, and the history to it and what's gone on, it wasn't that charged, and we wasn't really overwhelmed with that. Like I said, it's like we were really, really welcome. It was really, really nice. Now I'm wondering whether, because of lockdown and everything, and you know, with people not really coming around, I'm wondering, because like we're probably the first ones to come and investigate it, maybe in a long, long time. Yeah. You know, they were quite happy to have us there to talk to them, you know, and what have you. I don't know, but it was lovely. It was really, really nice. We felt really welcomed.
I think that's something that's been happening over lockdown. I think it's going to happen a lot more as different locations begin to open up again. I think that's going to be the same. That they're going to be pleased to actually see people and speak to people.
But it makes
I think so.
It makes you wonder, though, doesn't it? You know, I mean, okay, we're alive. And we can show our, you know, I'm missing this, and I can't wait to do this, can't wait to get out back out, can't wait to go to the beach and that. Does it happen to spirits? Or I mean, obviously it's a different kind of, you know, they're not knocked down or not like that, obviously, but they must wonder why we're not coming into the building. I mean, that's their building. They've seen us coming in now. Why aren't they visiting? So when we do come to visit, or when you've gone to that place to visit, are they feeling at last as people here that they're recognising us we're still here?
Yeah, possibly. But that happened to our last investigation beginning of December, because we'd not long come out of a lockdown, and we went to is it Todmorden, and we literally, it was really, really busy all night. Remember, we got the little boy and what have you.
I remember.
And that was really, really busy. And again, I put that down to there hasn't been many visitors due to obviously the pandemic and people not going around and things. And then we went straight back into another one, lockdown, and we're just coming out now. So yeah, possibly I do believe that the spirits, you know, like wondering where people are because they haven't been. And then all of a sudden they start seeing us again and they're quite welcoming. And that's what I think.
And I'm in fully agreement with you, and Jonathan's the same. We've noticed a difference in the investigations we've done here. Yeah. You know, we've noticed that the actual activity is a lot more than what it ever has been.
Yeah. And I do put that down to it being so quiet. Whether you haven't got the groups in every single weekend, and I do think that's why.
And when we've interviewed people for the show, they've had experience as well, you know. Yeah. Dark territory, when we had them in the other room and we were in here.
That's right.
You know, we separated because of the, you know, the rules of distancing. And we all had headphones on. And we all heard something in the headphones. And every single one of us who had the headphones on heard it clearly saying, what was it? Was it hello?
It was hello, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, so, we got a really clear EVP though tonight as well, didn't we? You know, I asked whether it was a female, and very clearly it said yes.
Wow.
On it. And then there was some other voices on it that we couldn't quite make out, but we'll sort that out when we get back. We'll upload it and we'll have a listen and what have you, and sort that out.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
the
it's really good.
SB7 as well, wasn't it? The SB7, that was really clear tonight. We had a spirit come through called David, who was really clear, wasn't he? And he was chatting away.
Oh, that's really good then.
He was answering.
For the listeners, Donna, before we go on to Wayne, can you explain what an SB7 is?
An SB7 is like a little box that goes through the radio waves, but you put it in reverse. So basically, it'll pick up static and what have you in radio waves in the air, but it does it in reverse. So basically, if you're asking questions and something comes through forward, and especially if it's answering a question, then that is said to be spirit answering you.
Right.
So so that's why we like the SB7, because it's, if it does come through forward, because it is in reverse, because you thought thinking, is that actually a spirit, especially if it's answering something directly.
Yeah, that's the good part.
Yeah, and it come through with a name dead clear, like David, forward. So you're like, okay, then it's sweeping in reverse and it's coming through forward. So
Yeah,
really good, isn't it?
So
that's really good.
So that's the SB7 for anybody who's listening.
Yeah.
Is it possible to speak to Wayne, or has he still got his camera on his shoulder?
No, he's here waiting in the wings. I'll pass you over. Nice talking to you guys.
And to you, Donna. And to you.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Wayne.
Hello there. I think you've covered everything now, Jamie. Should we talk about the pub opening?
That's a different Wayne. That's a different kind of spirits.
Isn't it just?
12th of April.
And the worst thing is, I don't drink, so it's no use to me. Them kind of spirits, is there? No. So Wayne, you've been filming it tonight. Did you capture anything on the camera?
Well, I don't know, because the camera I use, it's a Sony camera I use, and it's got no screen on it. Okay.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm watching while I'm recording. Apart from the SLS, little bits and bobs, like Simon heard, maybe it was a stone or a brick. It's in something. I had the same, and I turned around at the same time with the camera. So hopefully we'll have a look and see if we get anything of that. Some evidence.
Well,
yeah.
That's the good thing about the camera, isn't it? Even if you can't see anything, when you look back on it, there's always something there you haven't seen.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. The camera catches a lot more than the eye, Jamie.
It do, and also on the audio as well, Wayne, because we had it where we were recording down in the cellar. I had a video camera and two audios.
Yeah.
And I picked it up on the audio on one of them, and then I picked it up on the other one, and then I thought, I wonder if we got it on the camera, and there it was on the camera, and I didn't hear it on the night.
Yeah.
Well, we sorry, Si. Oh yeah. Well, Simon just mentioned something to me there. I've got an old Sony camcorder.
Yeah.
It's a bit old now, but it's a cracking bit of kit, and I put it on a tripod about 20-25 feet back of us, and we all walked down the corridor. And Zoe, when she was with us at the time, said, I just heard something then. So anyway, as the night went on, and I got the camera and I had a look at the evidence, and it took ages, as you know, to go through these things.
Yeah.
And I heard on the camera, hear me. And then you can hear a little bit more. Can you hear me? Things like that. Wow. And I thought to myself, wow, that camera's picked that up. No, Zoe heard something, but she wasn't sure, but the camera picked it all up. Amazing.
It is weird, because I mean, we've done that many times where we've not heard it. We had an EVP the other week.
Oh yeah.
And we picked it up. I can't remember what it says now.
Something like stop it
or something. And then we listened to it, so we thought, I wonder if, because we had Lee Arnold with us then, and we listened on Lee Arnold's recorder, which was about 6 or 7 foot away, and he picked up the same thing.
Yeah.
So it shows, even though, I mean, we've got ears, we've got eyes,
but we never
we still miss things.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Like I say, the recording equipment these days, it's a great bit of kit to have, even though it's they say the camera I use it's no bigger than your hand. It's very small, very small.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
Technology is unbelievable now, isn't it? Now
it sure is.
The location you're at, and I've asked this for everybody else. I mean, obviously, I don't know whether you've been there before. How did you feel about going there?
we was excited, to be honest with you. We haven't been here before. Been past it. Been past here loads of times. Seen the church, but didn't know the graveyard was here. So yeah, it was exciting. I didn't do any research on the place because it's a tender touch sort of thing, as you know. So I had a word with Shell, and we both agreed not to do any research on it, to just pick up what we get tonight. And it has worked. It's worked out well.
Did you pick up any names or anything like that?
Yeah, well, picked up David. There was a bit where Shell was concentrating, and she just shouted out the name David, just like that. And then Kevin shouted out the name David. Straight after it come through on the SB7. It was amazing. Amazing. Yeah.
So that was, will you go back and research that, whether he was part of any, what was there or what?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, Simon and I have been talking about it because, of course, we do the video in for YouTube as well. Yeah. But we pick other things up as well through that.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
So you might have picked up more, like we were talking about your camera before. You might have picked up a lot more than you think.
Exactly. Yeah. And it works better in an enclosed area like the asylum where it happened last time, because there's less noise around you, you know. Than outside. So it's better if you're indoors, as you probably know through Mill Street.
That's right. But it's usually by accident when you find them, though, isn't it? When you're going through.
Well, that's right. Yeah, if you see, like we was in Walton Hall one time, and we did a lone vigil in Walton Hall, and all of a sudden I'll hold my hands up. I got a little bit scared. Shell's laughing at me.
I think we all do, though, don't we?
Yeah, I was on my own upstairs in Walton Hall, and I turned the torch on, and all of a sudden I didn't notice it, and all of a sudden Shell said to me, because it was recording at the time, "See that shadow move? That massive big shadow." And I'd actually scared something putting a light on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't scare me at the time because I didn't know, but when Shell mentioned it, it I thought about it.
It's a natural thing, though, isn't it? I think even paranormal investigators get scared now and again.
Yeah, of course.
We get scared more than anybody.
Well, yeah, we probably do actually. But then he has only been the two of us doing it, hasn't he?
I know.
Yeah.
Then one night I was like, well, you ended up my co-host, didn't you? Because I was like,
because he was too scared to come here on his own. That's why.
Well, we're very lucky having Shell, because she's very calm in situations like that, and she calms you down. So
yeah. I mean, we can't wait for you to come back into and do an actual investigation with us. Plus, come into the actual studio, because you've not even been here yet to see this.
No, not yet, but. Yeah, it would be nice to meet up again.
Yeah. Wayne, the only thing is with you, because you're a technical person, you'll probably come in here and rip us apart.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I wouldn't do that.
Why don't you put a camera up here, Jamie, and then go live to so-and-so? Why don't you put a camera here and you can do this and you can do that? And that's what we'll get from you.
That's it.
But you know what? It'll be a good idea.
I know. Well, we're thinking of that, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I learned, Jamie, with one of those, GoPro. It's a cheap GoPro. Yeah. And I learned to edit and everything else with one of them, and of course I've moved up to different things now, and we're thinking about getting a really good shoulder camera, that sort of thing, like professional teams have. And it's all in the pipeline, but it takes time,
It does, and the one what you've got at the moment is adequate enough, because I've seen some of the footage you've done.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone off, sir.
What's that?
Jamie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you went off, sorry.
Oh, can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you okay now.
Right. So, now you're back into the investigation. Does it feel nice to actually be back out on the field and doing what you enjoy doing?
Oh, yeah, it feels great. It feels great, Jamie. I'm quite lucky I can get out to work, every day. But Donna's not been able to go out, of course, and Shell's not been able to go out. So it's better. It's really nice, and it's a lovely place. It's so chilled out, and this is what we've been missing.
It is, and there's a lot of. You must admit, there's a lot of groups out there, Wayne, must be in exactly the same position.
Oh yeah, there is. There must be hundreds of groups.
So it'd be nice to see them back, back in the fields and doing the investigations. The same with us. I mean, our group Ghost Quest.
Yeah.
Well, we the only way we've been in touch with each other is by phone. Really, we've not been able to see each other, which is it's really hard, isn't it? Because we're very close, like your group is now. We're a very close group, and we miss that contact with each other, basically physically seeing each other and being in the same building and having a chat, and because we have our monthly meetings here, and we haven't had one since last March.
Yeah, a long time, isn't it?
No, it is. It is. But I'm sure as soon as you all get together, when we're all allowed inside, it'll be just like when you met last time.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, it'll just be back to normal. We'll be insulting each other as usual.
Yeah,
things like that. I mean, that won't leave us.
No.
COVID can't get rid of our insults.
No.
It's all fun and games, isn't it?
So what I'll do now, Wayne, it's been great to speak to you anyway. It'd be great to see you all, actually. I better speak to Shell, hadn't I? Otherwise she'll kill me.
Yeah, she's heard something. She's got back into the graveyard.
You know what she's been for, hasn't you?
It's been great talking to the two of you again. I can't wait to see you.
And to you as well, Wayne. I can't wait. Do you know what I can't wait for, Wayne? To go and meet you in Anglesey.
Oh, hey, yes. I'm hopefully I'll be there at the weekend with the lads from work.
Really?
Yeah, we've organised like an outing, so
I hate you.
It's just the weather.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? It's been very difficult.
Very, very.
So I better speak to Donna, or she will literally kill me. Because
Shell.
Shell then. Sorry, Donna. Sorry, Shell.
Right, it's Shell, pal.
Take care. Thanks, Wayne, and you too.
Take care.
Hello?
Hi, Shell. Are you okay now?
Yeah, we've just had something really bizarre happen.
Oh, what was that?
I need you guys to listen back on your footage as you was talking to Wayne.
Yeah.
We've just had a high-pitched scream come from the graveyard.
Oh, right,
and it was loud, really loud. Will you guys listen back to the footage when you're talking to Wayne?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So between 30 and 35 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at that. Yeah, we'll have a look back. We'll have a look back on that.
It was about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Just listen back because it was a really high-pitched scream.
Definitely, we will. We promise you, we'll have a look at that. Listen to that, and if we do pick it up, what we'll do is, if it's there, we'll turn the volume up a little, and then we'll put it at the end of the interview.
Yeah.
Please, will you just have a look for it? What was that? Sure. Did you see that move on that corner then?
Oh, did you see it go quick?
We've just seen an apparition.
Oh wow!
Seriously?
Wow. Seriously? Me and Donna both at the same time. It went from there to there like that quick.
Oh wow!
Hold on a minute. It went from there to there.
Take me torch.
We're on the radio.
From right to left. He went from right to left, Jamie, very quick.
Yeah.
Very, very quick. Zoe's giving chase. Go with Si, so he's not on his own. But you saw it too, didn't you?
Yeah, we both looked at the same time.
The two of us have just stopped in our tracks. It's gone a good 20 foot from right to left to the side of the church.
I wonder if that was the scream.
We heard the scream. Wayne, did you hear the scream when you were talking?
No, I was talking.
Me, Simon, Zoe, and Donna heard this high-pitched female scream.
Wow.
We'd definitely listen back to that.
Mm-hmm.
So after this interview, if we've got anything or we've heard anything, we'll play it at the end of this.
Yeah. Wayne, be careful going that side. Wayne's gone the other side now to go and have a look. They're both trying to narrow it down.
That's okay. Carry on. This is what we like. It's live.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So we've got me and Donna at the back of the graveyard looking in.
Mm-hmm.
And then Simon and Zoe have gone to where the figure moved.
Yeah.
And Wayne... Oh no, I know what he's going to do. He's going to jump out on Simon. Listen to the scream. You'll hear it. Yeah. This is what you call karma.
We're waiting.
Yeah. Did you see anything?
Come on.
No, but on a serious note,
that's cruel. That.
It was something that me and Donna both saw, like just a blur, wasn't it? It was a solid blur, but went very quick. But we all heard the scream. 4 of us heard the scream.
Oh, we'll definitely. What we'll do is once we finish this, we will have a listen back to that because that's a must now.
Yeah, brilliant.
And if we do, we'll let you know.
It was a child scream, high-pitched girl, female scream.
And there's nobody around who'd be screaming or anything like that.
We're on the middle of a field, and we're in a field in the middle. In fact, I will send you over a picture because I'll send you a Google image where we are, and you'll see what I mean. There's no residential area around us. There's no kids.
Okay.
Even better. So, Shell, this is the first time you've been out. I know we were talking to you the other night and we were going to try and organise us to join you on the investigation through the radio. But due to technical problems, that did not happen. But we managed to get you at the end of the show. But we still had a little one there with the shadow.
Yeah, we just had that, haven't we?
Or the apparition.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about tonight? Have you enjoyed it yourself? I know you don't live far from there and you've seen it many times. But it's different in the dark, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm in my comfort zone.
And
this is where I'm very happy in the dark.
And you've been there before?
No, we've never. We've drove past it. Me and Simon have been down here because, obviously, as previously to one of our conversations we had, I told you a little bit, and that you didn't know yourself, which is quite interesting. We drove past it. I've never had the opportunity to investigate. So with it being local and it's all open, so I said, you know what? Let's go tonight. And it was a win, wasn't it, Don? Definitely a win-win. It was like almost like we was meant to be here.
And I know you've never been there before. Did you feel as if you were a bit nervous about going there because obviously of what happened, or did you feel comfortable?
Very, very comfortable. Given what happened, I thought it's going to be really hard. But for the moment we came in, I was walking through, the boys drove the car down to the car park. That's a lorry.
Right.
And then the 4 girls, we all walked through the graveyard and we all looked at each other and said, this feels very welcoming. And it doesn't feel, you don't feel unwanted or disrespectful. You feel it's very serene, very calm and very welcoming.
And are you the first group ever to do an investigation there?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Brilliant, that, isn't it?
And so it's a lovely place, really, for you to start off again, isn't it? After a few months of nothing, or more than a few months.
Another thing about this is that the actual constituency, there's only 103 people live here.
Right.
So that's how tiny this is.
Right. We don't want to give too much away the place.
No, it's hard to track that down anyway.
Oh, that's fair enough then. Now, I mean, obviously there's 5 years. There was 6 of you, but obviously Karen had to leave.
Yeah, she's gone with a partner.
Yeah.
But,
and being there and experienced everything what was there, and I know the others have picked up Simon, Wayne, Donna and Zoe. What have you picked up yourself and what experience have you had tonight and how have you felt about being there?
The validation of the male that I felt, which was walking freely around us, very strong, very strong. From the moment Karen at one point turned around and said to me, I thought Simon was stood behind me, and I said, no, he's over there. So that puzzled her. And then we'd not told Wayne this. And Wayne had said the same. He turned around and said, well, I thought you were stood there. He said, who the hell was just stood behind me? Wayne had the same experience. Wayne had a whistle, and I had a very low pitch whistle in my ears. And then when I was in there, I kept thinking, David. And for the SB7 to say the same name as me, I thought that was fantastic.
And the cat balls as well, Jonathan.
Yeah, the cat balls was amazing. I got down on my knees and I was trying to speak because it was like, okay, so there's a little child here, go down to their level.
Yeah.
And I had gone down to the level and held my hands out. I said, please, let me hold you, let me touch you. I'm not here, to harm or mock, just let me feel your energy. And then the cat balls lit up, and I thought, that's brilliant.
It's good. It's great when that happens. I mean, I don't know whether you heard me saying to Simon earlier on that we used the cat balls in here last night, and we got a fantastic reaction. What I'll do, Shell, is I'll send you the recording over in WhatsApp.
Real?
It's fantastic. What happened last night? I won't go on it because I've already mentioned it once. But what I'll do later on is I'll send it across to you.
That'd be good.
You can see what I mean. And it was in the accommodation area, which we haven't done for a long time.
That's only we've done that for a couple of
years.
Wow.
Isn't it?
Wow.
But going to the place where you are now, it's not a big place, but it's a significant place. It you know, for what you told me about it, it's, you know, it's a historical place now as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel you were in contact with what happened there, if you understand what I mean?
No. We even walked through looking for particular people, no names mentioned.
Yeah.
Can't find them. But, you know, we was being really respectful the whole way, and, you know, didn't we, Don? We tried to find them, but we know they're in here, but there is so many really old graves as well, which are quite low into the ground as well, and it's hard, isn't it, to read the epitaphs that have been put on the gravestones. So there is a few that we could say could be, but we never, on our investigation, we never validated it or gave it acknowledgement, because given respect to the families, we won't do
Definitely. that. And yourself, I mean, you've had a couple of experiences there tonight. You know, the cat balls going off, you got the name David and that. Has it been a successful night to you? Because I know how good you are at what you do, and I know that you get a lot of stuff. Has this been one of the top ones for you, or up there?
It's been a successful night, a really successful night. It's a nice one to break back into the investigation, to go back to where I'm most at my happiest, is being involved in the paranormal and the darker side. But it's been very gentle, very, you know me better than most. I like it when it bangs and it kicks and it's dark. That's my favourite. But as a gentle, nice, serene investigation, definitely, it's so nice. And to have the validation of a parent and a child on an SLS, to actually see the younger figure as she cradles it to then conform onto the screen was brilliant.
And also you've had the operation as well, what you had just a few minutes ago before when we were talking to you.
Well, it was mad. Me and Donna we was looking down the bottom end, and it's just like lightning, the two of us at the same time. I don't know if you guys heard our responses exactly the same time. It just moved right to left, really, really quickly, a good 20 foot right to left.
So basically they're telling you they're still here. We're still watching, or...
Definitely. Well, they're not going to go just because we've gone back in the cars. Or always about... It's such a lovely place. So there's some of these graves, the markings are absolutely stunning. Stunning, you know, really old and vintage. And
I was going to say, they're really old.
Yeah, some of them are really old, and the masonry that has gone into some of them, and the scripture is Old English. It's beautiful.
Oh, we'll definitely have to come up there and see it.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Beautiful place.
So, what's it like actually being back out there? I nearly called you Donna again. Then, so what's it like to actually be back out in the field? Because you know you've been stuck in a very long time.
Love it. I mean, I was doing a little bit of work at home with some of my haunted objects, but there's only so much you can do. You know, and it gets a bit repetitive, and there's so much. And then obviously we're at home and we're looking into locations, and we're finding history and probable hauntings, and it's like, come on, it's almost like you're
chomping at the bit.
You're chomping at the bit. It's like, let me go. And the moment Boris announced, we were all like, right, we're going. Like, you know, like a little Jack Russell, give me the ball. We were just like, just let us go. So that's why we're out on a school night, you know. But this is what I would not swap this for the world. This is the best feeling in the world, doing what you're so passionate about and proving what we do,
and also having that freedom to do it.
It's amazing, and having the freedom. Obviously, we're still chomping at the bit because we can't go indoors because we've got indoor investigations ready for us, and we've just got to wait for Boris to say go, and then we're allowed in. So we're just having to make do with the outdoors at the moment, but still fantastic.
I think there's going to be a lot of people waiting. I mean, I know because, I mean, the bookings what are coming into here is now starting to be fantastic. We're getting people wanting to book it 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah,
you know,
you will.
Which is fantastic. I mean, I'm loving knowing that the groups are not just yourselves, but it's nice to know that other groups are getting out there and doing the same thing as you.
Yeah,
and it's only going to get. Hopefully, it's only going to get better. Sadly, some groups have gone by the way, and it should never have happened.
No.
You know, with the lockdown, you know, groups they disband and things like that.
Happens.
And that's it does, but it's sad that it's because of the COVID. It is
very sad. It is really sad. I mean, people given different situations, whether it be physically, mentally, medically, financially. We're really, really fortunate that we have still stuck together. I mean, we've been in contact, haven't we, the whole time. We video call, we phone call. Each one is always checking up on the other throughout the whole of the pandemic. We've been making sure. I mean, one of our team, am I right to say, is shielding. Dawn, she's under the government shielding, and we're constantly, are you okay? Do you need anything? I mean, I even dropped me some cakes off at home. Got some cakes, did a doorstep cake drop for her. That's what we
gave
do.
her cakes?
Cake. We look after each other. We really do.
It's the same with us. I mean, obviously we haven't seen each other for a long time. I can't remember the last time I've seen Liz. We've just recently seen.
I think I've seen her before the last lockdown. But like between that little bit in between
when we popped in. But I mean, we haven't seen Michelle Cook since last March. It must be, you know.
No.
So it's difficult, you know, not seeing the group. It's because we've been this is our 11th year, so we're like a family, and you're like a family. I know that.
Yeah, we've been together.
You know, and then we lost one of our loyal friends. You know, like Bill.
You know,
and it was sad to see that happening because he didn't get that opportunity to join up with us again. You know, and that's quite sad, really. You know, he was a big part of the group. You know, and unlike every group, we have our ups, we have our downs, but we all stuck together.
Yeah, that's what you do. You pull through these difficult times, and that's what makes you stronger as a unit.
It does, and the good thing is as well is although we haven't seen each other, it's like great friends, and you don't have to see each other for years, but you know you're only a phone call away.
That's it.
Exactly, that's what we do. We keep tabs and always make sure, you know, that everybody's, and then we keep up to speed, and we have banter, we have a jokey, we have a WhatsApp, like when we WhatsApp one another, or we have the team's chat page where they put funny things in and they're just laughing. And it keeps morale high. But we keep saying, you know, we're nearly there, we're out, we're coming out. But it's fantastic.
We've been trying to keep like people going as well. You know, we've been privileged, me and John. We've been privileged enough to still do mini investigations and record them for the show. So what we've been trying to do is trying to get them so the investigations are still going on. People can still listen to them. I know we've got YouTube, and I know you've got everything else, but isn't it nice to have that where you can put your headphones on, turn the lights off, and relax as if you're there with us?
Yeah, that's the thing, you see. It's all about pulling together. It's all about, at the end of the day, pardon the pun, but we are the same devils dancing to the same tune. We're all doing the same thing, and it's nice to work collectively together. And everybody wants that evidence. Everybody wants that definitive evidence that goes, bam, there it is. So if you can support each other, do it, go for it.
Exactly. This is the time to pull together, isn't it? It's the time to support each other.
I have a question for you two.
Oh no, we're being interviewed here, Jonathan. Go on then.
Go on.
Have you two put COVID calories on?
I had it on before the COVID calories.
A little bit.
See, set up time. I do not know anybody who has not put weight on during COVID, and that's been the best thing about it. You've been able to eat like a pig.
Oh yeah.
The only thing is now is I'm cutting down. I've cut loads down, to be honest with you. The only thing that's grown now is my hair. I'm still waiting to get my hair cut. I haven't had.
You can have a nice perm, aren't you? You can have one of them Kenny Dalglish. What was his name? Kevin Keegan,
Kevin
by the canopy, yeah.
Mine's more like a mullet. Seriously. it's grown.
You look like Ian Rush from back in the day when he had his big mullet.
I just need the moustache. But no, it's grown. Honestly,
just wants the figure.
I mean, you haven't seen me for ages. Seriously, I like my hair cut really short. But it's dead long, isn't it, Jonathan?
It is, yeah.
It really is long.
Do
you know what? I'm going to send you the photograph just to show you.
You need to get Marie to braid it for you. That'd look absolutely belted.
I'm frightened in case you get a pair of scissors. I mean, our work changed, and my haircut. We've been, we're now at a different part of a company now. We've got new bosses and things like that. They haven't even seen me have my hair cut yet. Never mind.
They're not going to know who you are. They'll be like, "Have you come for an interview, son?"
No. I think even the spirits here at Mill Street Barracks are in shock with me with my hair like this.
Yeah, I can imagine him walking past. Go, hey up, we've got a new one here. Let's poke him.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, have you got a message for us? Yeah, get your hair cut. Yeah. That's what it'll be.
What was that advert from years ago? Is barber where you come from, boy?
There's no barbers anywhere now.
Very true, very true. You have to get the old clippers out, all number naught over the top of your head.
But before we go, Shell...
Yeah, because I'm still cross-legged. I'm doing well here.
You still haven't been? Have you not been behind the bush or anything?
I will not go in a cemetery. That's totally disrespectful.
We should have put a bet on. No, I mean, you could have gone outside of that. I understand you wouldn't go there. I wouldn't even do that.
Looks like you were tenner then, Jim.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? We had a bet on whether you'd wet yourself or not.
No, so far so good.
So
far so good, boys.
But before we go, we've got a couple more minutes. And what I'd like to ask you is, have you all... This is for everybody. Have you all enjoyed yourselves tonight? Is it nice to be back as a family group?
Jamie's question, guys, squad goals. Jamie's question for all of us is: have we all enjoyed being back tonight? Is it nice to be back as a family group?
It is.
Yeah. It is. It's very amazing.
Much, very much. Lovely.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes from us. Oh, thanks.
Is it better going from the spirits in Shell's bar to the spirits where you are? I'm a poet and I didn't know it.
Hey, he's a poet, didn't know it.
Yeah.
I don't know, when we get back we'll ask the spirits in the bar what did they think.
Oh dear. Yeah, it was worth a try, wasn't it?
It was worth a try.
So,
Djinn, yeah. We'll ask the Djinn what did they think.
The Djinn.
So when are you two going to come and have a drink in my demonic bar anyway?
When we can get out and about, I promise you, we will be up.
Once we're allowed to travel, you, Jonathan and Marie, we're all going to come down and come and have a drink at the famous Axiom Demon Bar.
Do you do non-alcohol?
Yes, we do actually. Non-alcohol Copperberg.
Do you do pork scratchings?
We do. We do pork scratchings as well at the bar.
Oh wow, yeah. Am I alright to wear the Liverpool top?
Yeah, you're
bad.
Yeah, I'll sit with Simon.
Actually, there's we could do with one. We need something to start the barbecue.
Oh. Do you know what? We get them on the show.
I know.
We're nice to them all night.
I know.
And then Shell comes out with the Devils.
I know. It's
the
like
Devils.
this.
United, the Red Devils, didn't they?
Yeah, I know you're all united together there as Axiom.
We're not United fans there. I'm the only United fan here.
No,
yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan.
Simon's a Liverpool fan. Wayne's a Tottenham fan. Donna's a City fan, and Zoe supports her legs because her legs support her.
I think Zoe's the safest.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. On a match day, she's safe.
Yeah, we better let you go, everybody, because I know that if we keep you any longer, Shell will have a wet pair of trousers. So I think we better let you go. So
it's not going to be holy water. Let's just say that.
So I've got to say, Shell, Simon, Wayne, Donna, and Zoe from Axiom Paranormal, and Karen. Obviously, she couldn't be there tonight. Thank you all for coming on tonight. Sorry we couldn't catch up with you when you were doing the live investigation, but we will look back. We will listen back to when Wayne was on and see what we pick up.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
can
let
hear
us
that
know if you
scream.
post it for us. Brilliant. Thanks, guys.
Okay. And thank you very much. And we'll see you all soon.
Yeah.
You soon.
See you
And
soon.
we'll look forward to that. So, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. And that was Axiom Paranormal on their very first investigation since, lockdown was lifted.
Yeah.
Seems like they had a great time. Isn't it nice to hear that they had that enjoyment back and the stress was lifted? You could tell by the way they were talking and everything else. And it was nice to talk to them individually as well.
It was a bit different, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You could hear the excitement in the voices.
Yeah, I was made up with them. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, really good.
Shame we couldn't get them onto the investigation because we tried to get them while they were doing the investigation.
Yeah, we had a
bit of
few technical issues.
few technical issues, yeah.
I know,
Can't be helped, but lovely to
know.
see that they're back out there like every other group, as we always say.
That's right.
But yeah, nice
Very
one
good.
there to Axiom Paranormal and Shell and the team.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shell.
So what we'll talk about now, Jonathan, is we'll talk about we were talking last week about the SLS cameras and things like that. So
I'm just going to stop you a minute there, Jim.
Why not?
You're not getting out of this.
What?
We're going to carry on with that list.
What the SLS cameras and
Just hold on there a minute.
I was actually I was looking forward to doing the items again. You know what we were doing last week, yeah.
We'll carry on with some more items next week.
You're so cruel. You're so.
I know I am. I know.
Do you know what? I might as well just get it over and done with. We'll
You
talk
may as
about the
well.
equipment next week then. Okay.
Yeah. We'll carry on with that next week. Right. Okay then. So, don't know which one to do first. Here, there's that many.
I honestly thought to get away with that. Then. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the equipment.
Right.
But hey ho.
Okay. Well, it all seems to be car related, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I used to love this place. We don't go anymore, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the Lomax, Jamie?
Hold on a minute. The Lomax, yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. I love the Lomax.
Yeah. Oh, your mic's just gone off there. I'm sorry, I can't hear you anymore, Jonathan. Go on, I'll turn you back up again.
You're not getting out of it.
You didn't expect me to do that then, did you?
No, I didn't.
See, I've got the control. I can just go,
know.
Jonathan, just carry on talking because you've gone.
You might have to do that.
Say that again, Jonathan, because I can't hear you. No one can hear you now, Jonathan. Anyway, as you were saying, sorry.
Yeah. Do you remember the Lomax?
I do, yeah.
Brilliant location that was.
Loved it, yeah. Frank Hedges there.
Oh, yeah.
What a gentleman he was for letting us do
Wasn't he?
investigations.
Wasn't he? He
Always
used to-
made us welcome.
Oh,
Fantastic.
brilliant.
Love that place.
Brilliant it was. We had some good experiences
Yeah,
there.
it's not the Lomax anymore, though, is it?
No, it's not. It's don't know what it is anymore.
I don't know what it is myself. It's been a while.
Yeah, it used to be an old post office, didn't it?
It did, and up in the loft, the actual big
Yeah,
arm
it's
or
still
whatever
there,
it was,
isn't
it's
it?
still there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it there.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, so talking about the Lomax. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a lot of history to it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, just you know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Yeah, Otterspool prom. I remember this one.
What were you doing over there, Jamie?
You don't want me to. What time is it now? Because I mean, it's
Past the watershed. Go on, you're all right.
Was it? Right, we'd done the ghost hunt at the Lomax.
Yeah.
Remember it well. And there used to be a girl in the group called Kerry.
Yeah.
And she only lived around the corner from me when I lived in Highton. So I picked her up, down to the Lomax, as you know.
Yeah.
Done the investigation. And was it 2 o'clock in the morning? Something like that when we finished?
Usually was about 2.
Around
wasn't it?
2, 3
About 2,
o'clock.
3.
So I said to Kerry, you know what, Kerry, I'm starting to get the shakes. I'm getting hungry. So I said, what we'll do is we went along the Otterspool prom. I think it's called Jericho Lane. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Up
Jericho Lane.
yeah.
And then down Egbert Road.
Yeah.
Straight the way down through Speak Boulevard, down onto the A500 and away.
Yeah.
But I started to get the shakes and I'm thinking, well, I was in the Zavira then.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? I'm going to have to stop and have something to eat because I don't feel right. I need to have something to eat and a drink.
Yeah.
Even though it was 2 o'clock in the morning, you don't want to be driving dangerously. So I said to Kerry, we're going to have to stop, Kerry. I need to eat or whatever. So she said, okay. So we pulled into the car park in Otterspool Prom. So he gets me sandwiches and puts them on the dashboard, gets me drink and puts them on the dashboard.
Yeah.
And Kerry was having something to eat as well. And I went and strange. Some cars just parked next to us, you know. All the car parks, of all the spaces in this car park.
Yeah, because
park
they're quite
next
big
to
up there, aren't
It's a massive car park, yeah. So we're sitting there, and I'm just eating the sandwich, like, and the fella flashes the lights, and I went, oh, I said, there must be something wrong with the car.
Yeah.
Or there's something not right with the car. And I said to her, I'm not getting out, though. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, bit dangerous.
You don't know, you know, the doors were locked and everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, what's going on there? Like, why is he flashing me? It's a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
So I said, Kerry, look at this. So Kerry leans over and goes, what's going on? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the window winds down.
Yeah.
Kerry goes, oh my God. And I went, what? She went, oh my. I said, you know what? Let's go. I said, I'm not uncomfortable with this. You know, I don't feel right. It feels strange. So puts it down, reversed the car out, and I drove off. Went to the next car park along. Because I had to eat. Yeah. It was to the point where I had to eat, you know. Yeah. So again, food out, sitting there and everything else. 2 cars, one side, one the other side. This doesn't feel right. Doors were locked as normal, you know. So I'm eating my sandwiches. And this car flashes a light. This car flashes a light, and I said to Kerry, there's definitely something wrong with the car. But I'm not getting out to look what it is. Yeah. I'll get home and see what the problem is when tomorrow. Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's not right. So, you know, just ignore them. Completely ignore them and that. Anyway, I think it was the car on Kerry's side opened the window. I said, don't look. So just like, you know, just eat it. And I said, I'm not feeling. We'll go in a minute. Don't worry about that. So anyway, she goes, oh, for beep, 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 sake and all this. And I went, oh, what's wrong? She said, you're not going to believe what he's doing. I won't go into detail right now. Oh, you're joking. Anyway, I said, come on, let's get away from here. So this car's flashing and flashing, and she was saying, no, and I said like that. I said, let's go. I said, I'm not staying in this. This is dangerous, this car park. The weirdos all around here. You know, which you would do. You see 2 cars, flashing lights and all that. Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, I mean, we just enjoyed a great ghost hunt. Great paranormal investigation at the Lomax. Fantastic. But this was odd.
Yeah, very.
Anyway, gets home and everything else. Drops Kerry off at home, gets home and everything. Gets up the next morning. I can't remember who I was talking to, and he turned around and said, you stopped at Otter's Pool prom. I said, yeah, why? He said, what did you do? So he explained what I've just explained to the listeners and yourself. And he went, well, what time in the morning? I went, 2 o'clock in the morning. He went, you do know that's a well-known dogging place.
Oh, dear.
So I'm like, well, me being a bit naive at the time, a dogging place? What are you on about dogging? He said, well, what they do is they pull up alongside you in the cars. And when they want you to watch, they flash the lights. And I went, I just felt like that. She said, all I wanted was me butties and a drink. But they were in bulk laughing at me, and he went, you really didn't know? I said, to be honest with you, I thought there was something wrong with my car. So I said, I thought, I'm not getting out the car. This could be like a little bit of an ambush or whatever. So I said, in the end, I got sick of it and just drove off. I said, never had a clue it was a famous, well-known dogging place.
Oh, my man.
So, like, there's me, wanting to have me butties, sitting there with Kerry. Kerry's having something to eat, you know, sandwich. And I'm sitting there trying to eat my sandwiches. These two are trying to come on to us to watch them. While me and Kerry are sitting there, and I'm thinking, oh, my God. When I found out the next day, I just wanted to bury my head in the sand.
So you went from paranormal activity to
unusual, normal,
abnormal.
But when everybody found out, they thought it was hilarious. I was going like that, and he was saying, "Did you not know it was a dogging place?" I said, "Well, if I'd have known it was a place where they done dogging, I wouldn't have sat there with me butties, would I?"
Come on, Jamie. Even I knew that.
Yeah, it was probably you in the car, wasn't it?
Probably.
But yeah, it was the most surreal thing to find. You know, and it was all in innocence. We were just parked there for something to eat because I wanted to get home. But because I was starting to get the shakes, I had to have a drink and something to eat.
Do you know what, though? It just sounds like you all over, Jamie.
Oh, yeah, it was kind of creepy, that. Yeah, these are all connected to the ghost, to the paranormal investigations because it either happens to me on the way there or it happens to me on the way back.
Yeah, that's right. Very, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got one more before we go, because I can.
Go
I
on.
might as well. While I've said that one, I can.
Go on.
But yeah, if they've not wet themselves laughing at that one.
Yeah. Right, I've got another one for you here then.
Mm-hmm.
What about pinball? Staffordshire?
Ah, yeah, pinball. Pinball's a radio presenter.
Yeah.
Well, he's behind the scenes now anyway. He's a good friend of Roy Basnett's and that.
Mm.
We all went down to Staffordshire.
Yeah.
We were getting filmed for something. And, you know, they were filming us and that. So Roy went down the day before and everything else, and I took Jane Basnett down in the car. Anyway, we got down there and we'd done all the filming, you know, and upstairs, downstairs, in my lady's chamber stuff.
Yeah.
In the Falstaff, was it the Falstaff experience? Yes, the Falstaff experience. Fantastic place.
Never heard of that.
So we'd done the filming in there, and on the way home, Roy was staying overnight to do the last of the filming, so I brought Jane home.
Yeah.
And on the way home, I said to Jane, "Where's Pinball going?" I said, "He's gone off that way. What an idiot!" He said, "It's going to be funny with him, you know, because he's a bit of a character. Lovely, lovely man. Love the man to bits." I said, "He's gone the wrong way." So Jane went, "Yeah, okay." Like that. So off we went. And I said, he'll come back. We're driving along there, and what's that sign there? Coventry. Jane went, "We're not going to Coventry, are we?" Coventry. So I said, "No." I went, "Oh, for God's sake, we've gone the wrong way."
Oh,
So again, we had to come off the motorway, over the bridge, round the other way. I think that was about 15, 20 miles on that one as well. We had to drive back to the roundabout, and the way Pinball was going, if we'd have followed him, it would have been fine. But no, we got lost again.
It's a common theme here, isn't there? Really,
There is.
Common theme.
There is. Yeah. Well, listen, Jonathan. That's the last one for tonight. Hopefully, the last one for good as well. No, we've got to go. No, we got to go. Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't know it yet again. Well, what we've got to do is we've got to say a big thank you to Axiom Paranormal for letting us talk to them after their investigation.
Yeah.
And also, I hope everybody enjoyed the sound which we got, the EVP. Before we go, next week we've got an interview with Brett and Emma of Be Paranormal from Bolton.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to hearing from them and hearing what they have to say. And Jonathan, it's the end of the show.
I know. Already?
Yeah. So we'll just say good night to everybody out there who's listening.
Yeah.
Good night from me, Jamie, and good night from Jonathan.
Good night.
See you all next week.